Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to be going over the Hartung Quotes, formerly the Opportunities part of Salesforce. So this will always be the Hartung tab at the top, Hartung Quotes. You'll bring it up and it'll first bring up your pinned lists. So usually that's going to be your recent quotes. Mine is showing all Hartung Quotes at the moment. As always, you can click your list up here and switch something else. You can choose your own personal views that you already have created, or you can use the default ones. And of course, as always, you can create your own views if you click on the little gear icon and click New List. Give it a name, decide if you're going to be the only person that can see it or if you can send to everybody. And then it'll create it, and then you go through and it basically duplicates the list first, and then you go through and you add any filters or anything you would like. A couple other things available in the quote view. Similar to the accounts and contacts, there is a Kanban view. This time it's automatically going to sort by the stage of the quote. In this case, this is going to be qualified, quoted, quote followed up on, expected job date, project awarded to Hartung, and then job ordered and won. And of course, as always, these are only going to show the top 200 records. So if you have more than that, you'll need to do a table view in order to see everything. One other feature available is this little chart here. This will just kind of sort all of your quotes based on their stage. So there you go, it gives you a dollar amount based on stage. And of course, you can change that here if you want to. All right, let's go ahead and get into an actual quote. All right, so I'm going to choose this Accurate Darwin ink. All right, so when you open up a quote, you're going to see that you have the quote status bar that I was talking about right across the top here. That's the same thing, qualified, quoted, quote followed up on, expected job date, so on and so forth. It is the sales rep's jobs to go through and follow up on any quotes that they're notified on. The first expectation, of course, is that you do actually follow up on it. So you'd mark it with this stage, quote followed up on, and then mark it as the current stage. All of this information is currently coming directly from Resolution or Fenavision. So that means the systems are automatically pulling this information as long as the quotes are above, I believe it's 10,000 for some locations and 5,000 for others. That does kind of depend on your location and typical expected job amounts. Okay, so of course anything under those amounts are not actually being put in. You can still add them if you'd like to, but it would be a manual job, so we'd have to do that manually. All right, a couple other features that this is allowing. So since the system is automatically pulling everything, it's doing a couple other things for you as well. The first thing it's doing is it's automatically pulling the files. So you'll notice with your quotes, you'll have the actual quote file available. So there we go, I have a copy of the quote to look at. And the second thing it does is if this quote is actually turned into an order, the system will automatically update this as job ordered and won. If the job is lost, that does have to be manually updated, unfortunately, but won jobs will automatically take care of themselves. So if you are going to mark a job as closed and lost, it's best to come up here and do it under this edit field because there's a couple of questions you have to answer first. So if this, say we lost this job, I'll come up here and click edit. All right, and then I'm gonna mark my stage and I'm gonna say job closed lost. And then the next thing I have to also do is I have to come down here to the very bottom and choose the reason that it was lost. So did I lose to a competitor, lost because of no funding or no budget, no decision or no response, price was a factor, other issues, or it was won as another opportunity. And then if you have a competitor information, you can actually put that in there, and you can of course do comments and stuff in this little box that pops up here. I'll just go ahead and cancel that. All right, and just like with accounts and contacts, you can make log calls and tasks on actual quotes. Same idea, same procedure. You just choose the appropriate activity and then go ahead and fill in from there. By default, quotes are given a 30-day window to their close date. So from the day that it is first added into Salesforce, it will have 30 days before the close date is marked. The idea is that this is a rough estimate, and the expectation is that you come in, you actually update that to closer to what the actual estimate may be. If that is actually pretty accurate, then you can go ahead and leave it alone. However, if there is some other date that would be more appropriate, please come in, click the edit, and then choose the new date. So to access your quotes from the mobile app, you want to click on the menu. Depending on your phone, it's going to be a placement either, I believe, at the top or the bottom. I'm currently on a Samsung phone, so mine is on the bottom. But anyway, you just kind of look for the little menu icon and it'll be the same thing. So once you're in your main menu, you want to choose Hartung Quotes. And there we are, very similar to the desktop version. You're going to have all of your quotes with your top list kind of at the top here, and then all of the quotes below. And then, of course, you can select different list views, of course. All right, I'm going to go back into the same quote that we were using earlier. You'll notice it's the same basic layout. It's kind of condensed, obviously, because it's mobile, but everything is still there and you can still do everything exactly the same. Some actions you have to do from the top menus. So if you wanted to, for example, log a call on this, you could use the short buttons up here, or new task, something to that effect. If you need to edit this quote, you want to choose the edit button with the little pencil icon. And there we are, I can do that. And then let's say I wanted to add in a description of the quote. And save that. There we go, I'm able to update the quote. All the other related items, including the documents and everything, are still available. Oops, I clicked the wrong one, sorry. We wanted the related, and then within related, you'll still find your files. There we are, there's that. Still that file from earlier. And it goes ahead and pulls up the PDF. If you want to download this to your phone, there's usually a little download icon. It's kind of in the bottom corner. It's kind of hard to see. Click on that. And there we go, that'll download that document directly to your phone. One of the other things you can also do is you can share with people or groups with a little share icon, and then you can copy the link to the file to your clipboard if you wanted to email it to somebody, or you can share it to somebody within the company. And then you can see the file information as well, and who all it's been shared with. And then of course you can choose to open it up with others. So if you wanted to say print it for somebody, you could just pull up the open up or open in. And for example, on my phone, I have a couple different printer options that I could choose from. So for example, I might choose my Brother printer, and then I can set it to print and scan this document right away. And there we are, you still have access to all the same information, just like the regular version. And of course, you can mark any updates records onto Chatter if need be. All right, so this has been the Hartung Quotes. If anybody has questions, feel free to give me a call, contact me, and I look forward to speaking to you guys later.